Morning, my name's Mel, welcome to my world, and if you're new to my channel, at the moment I'm building a stealthy, off-grid, go anywhere, sleep anywhere camper van. And today I'm in town because I need to go to McDonald's. Also I need to go to my mailing address, I need to go to the bank. So whilst I'm here, I thought I'd show you where I used to live before I got into van life. Sorry about the end. So yeah, this is McDonald's, this is where I used to come quite regular, and around about there is where I park at night in my van, and my gym is just about there. So you see I've got everything in this one little area. And not only that, I'll walk up here a bit. I used to work, so yeah, this is where I used to park. Just there, just round the corner there. That's where I park my van at night and sleep. Like I say, I've got McDonald's there. That's my toilet. My gym's just down the road. And that's where I used to work. And that's Charlie. See you later. So that's where I used to work. So yeah, nice little area. Now behind that church there, where I'm going now, is an old mortuary, and that's where I used to live. I'll show you that when I get there. So this is the church, and associated with the church, next to the church, I'll spin round, is the old mortuary there. That building there, I lived there for about 3 years. It sounds a bit grim, but actually it was quite nice. It was definitely an improvement to my prior address. And I'll come to that in a minute. I'm kind of working backwards in time here. Because before I lived in that mortuary, I used to live under a railway arch. And I lived under that railway arch probably 5-6 years. I lived under the archway. I'll show you that when I get there. Just walk across the graveyard. Look at that church, that's lovely. The vicar's quite a nice guy as well. But yeah, I spent 20 years there in this area. So I used to have a little business under the railway arches before I moved in. So there's the mortuary. It was actually used as a morgue. I'll put some photos at the end of what it used to look like before I moved in. This is the front door to the mortuary. As you can see from the road, it looks like a toilet block, but the other side is quite a nice building. If I can cross the road, I'll show you my railway arch. So in here, this was my old yard. There you go. Now I'm just going to flip the camera around so I can point out the arches. So back in the day when I was homeless, this is where I lived, under that railway arch, right there. Now it looks a bit grim, but it was okay because up the back was a workshop, and that's where my shower and everything was up there. And it was like a little house. I made it really cosy, but then when the railway took over the premises, they pretty much chucked everyone out. So now it's all boarded up. And it's just sitting here empty. Back in the day, all these arches were occupied by small businesses, and it was a real nice business community. We had a candlestick maker up the end, then the next one there was a welder fabricator, and she used to do make all sort of sculptures out of bits of junk metal, bits of engine and stuff, really clever. And next door to her, that was me, sorry, yeah, that one, that's where my business was. Then that one there, that goes up the back, like I say, to a workshop where I lived. The next one was a mechanic, then we had a welder fabricator there, a printer in that one. Someone in this one used to make garden gnomes, believe it or not. And then up the back there was a company that did lagging, did boilers and stuff. Now it's just all sitting empty, all boarded up, which is a real shame. So if you want to know what it's like putting vapor barrier on the ceiling on your own, it's a bit like putting up a 10-man tent by yourself. There you go. This is what it looks like so far. Obviously it's not trimmed yet. I've still got to trim the edges. But yeah, this one sheet is about enough to do 3 vans, so it's a bit big. There you go. I'm getting there. Now, have you often wondered why you need this silver tape as opposed to gaffer tape? Now, gaffer tape you'd think would be ideal for this sort of stuff. It's waterproof. It's strong, but it's got one downside. If you need to bridge a gap, like I have there, I cut a hole in the wrong place for the wire. Don't tell anyone. Right. So if you need to bridge a gap, if you're using gaffer tape, put this bit across there like that, and you need to join it together to bridge a gap. Right. Sometimes you need to double it up. Right. The downside is it doesn't stick to itself. Okay, so if you want to make it wider like that, well, it does stick, but it's not very good at sticking to itself. The reason for that is because it's on a roll like this, and if it stuck to itself, you'd never be able to unroll it. Now, the proper insulation tape, on the other hand, the reason it's got this paper backing is because, as you can see, I made a right mess of this. Let's get rid of that bit. I mean, this stuff just, it is really, I mean, you can tell the difference. It's unbelievably sticky, and unlike gaffer tape, I'll take a bit off to show you. Like that. So if you want to double this stuff up, so you want to bridge a gap, you need to double it up like this to make it wider. Unlike gaffer tape, it sticks to itself. Right? I mean, you can pull it apart, but you can tell the difference. It sticks to itself, and it seals the gap. Once that's been on there for about 5 minutes or even less, you'll never get it apart without ripping it. So that's why don't use gaffer tape for your vapour barrier. Always use the proper tape. That's what it's meant for, and that's why it's got the paper backing, because it sticks to itself and it bridges a gap. Well, if you're still watching this video, and I jolly well hope you are, because otherwise I'll be talking to myself. I've got a right plonker. Right. So if you're still watching this video, the chances are you're still wondering why I went to McDonald's to get these. Where's the camera? I'll never know. Right, so now for the big reveal. I'm going to put you out of your suspense. What I use these for is basically biscuits. And we're not talking about the biscuits you dip in your tea. I'm talking about joinery biscuits. Now, joiners or woodworkers, yeah, woodworkers, joiners, that's not even a word, I think, isn't it? So woodworkers will use little discs of wood to join 2 pieces of wood together. They cut a slot in each piece of wood, and then it's joined together with a little biscuit, what they call a biscuit. It joins together. So that's what I use these for. I know it's a little bit cheeky, but I drink a lot of coffee, so I get through it. I do use a lot of these, and I save them, but I didn't quite have enough, so I had to go to McDonald's, get some more. Right. And I did ask permission first, and they said, yeah, take them. They weren't that fast. Right, so now when I do my ceiling, I start in the middle, I find my centre line, and then I work from the centre outwards to the edges, and it keeps it all uniform and straight. And it's just the way I like to do it, because it's like a Virgo thing. Everything's got to be symmetrical and straight and square. It's a curse. It's an absolute curse. Along with being addicted to coffee. Right, so now joinery, these slats, normally they go together like that, tongue and groove, fits together, nice and strong. You can't separate it, you know, it makes a nice join. That's the whole point of tongue and groove. But when I start my ceiling, like I say, I work from the centre and work outwards. So I need to put 2 pieces together like this. Well, that's not going to work, right? That's when the stirrers come into play. So what I do, a couple of hours before I'm going to do my ceiling, and yeah, I should have done this when I first got back, because I've just finished this off. I should have cut a length ready and glued these into place, but I completely forgot. I was so excited about showing you, I forgot to do it. Right, so what I do, I glue, and you need 2 together because the slots are quite wide. Now using PVA glue, I think it's PVA glue, the woodworking glue, you know, the white stuff that makes a mess but it's easy to get off. Yeah, PVA glue, I just glue them in place like that. Okay, down this slot, I fill the slot and leave a little bit sticking out. I've just left that there for illustration purposes. So once the glue's dried, I then find my centre line. That's my centre line on the ceiling. First piece goes up, straight down my centre line. And then the next piece, I join them together. It's a bit awkward doing it like this on my lap. Yeah, quite simply, join it together, he says. So that's it. So it ends up like that. And that holds it together, stops it moving around. It stops it doing all this malarkey. And that is what I use McDonald's stirrers for. I bet you're thinking, what? Anyway, that's how I do it. Right? That's how I like to do it. I like to start in the middle, like I say, and work my way out. It just keeps it all straight and symmetrical looking. So, yeah, I'll need to get gluing in a minute, but before I do that, I'll show you my vapour barrier. I'll show you what it looks like now it's done. So it's all sealed around the edges, using my silver foil paper, gluey, sticky stuff. And then there's the ceiling. That's the frame for my fan. Now you can see the whole point of it. That's why I put the frame up first. I'll put the frame in there first. Now later on, when I'm ready to fit the fan, I'll start in the corner and I'll drill straight up in each corner. Oh, okay. I've got a visitor. Trying to steal the show, eh? Oh, you cute little thing. This is yeah, a cat. So, getting back to this, what I'll do, I'll drill a hole in each corner. I'll drill up from inside up. Drill a hole each corner, and then I'll get on the roof, and where the holes are I can mark out and square it out, and then from up top we use the jigsaw cut the hole out. So there you go, that's the whole purpose of that frame. That's why I did that frame. So it's all coming clear now. My madness, the method in my madness. Hello Puss, look at this. Oh, you little cutie. Trying to steal the show. No? There you are. Right. So that's it for now. I'm going to wrap this video up. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more amazing tips and tricks, and I know you do, don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss a thing. Like I say, please do subscribe. I'm going to try and get 1,000 subs by Christmas. So if I get 1,000 by Christmas, I'll be so happy, and it'll really make my year. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try and do a time-lapse video again of me putting these slats up. Yeah, it's no good trying to do it, start it now, because it's going to get dark in a minute, and I'll run out of time. So I'm going to wrap it up for the day. So yeah, off I go. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow.